go with a little bit of Fat Guy Radio Show.
The hottest t-shirts to hit the internet. Online now. Fat Guy Radio Show swag merch store at FatGuyRadioShow.com/store. T-shirt styles and designs for everyone. Show your love for the show or rock a killer swanky new tee designed by us. Visit FatGuyRadioShow.com/store. Starting at just $19.99. Choose your size and color, then buy it now to order. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Shipping worldwide. Order today as supplies are limited. The Fat Guy Radio Show swag merch store. Open now at FatGuyRadioShow.com/store.
It's the Fat Guy Radio Show. It's the Fat Guy Radio Show. We got the Fat Guy Radio Show. Hey America, you wanna laugh? How about you get down with the Fat Guy cast? We got Corey, he bougie AF. Then we got D-Tay, he never does anything. And then D-A, he lazy. And little D, yo, he crazy. Put them together, they all fun. Here we come again with the Fat Guy Radio Show. Running Radio Show. Fat Guy Radio Show. Fat Guy Radio. Holla, it's the Fat Guy Radio Show. Podcast. Radio Show. It's the Fat Guy Radio Show. Yeah, Fat Guy Radio Show. That's a radio show, not a podcast. Oh, Fat Guy. Boom, let's go.
Welcome to another episode of Fat Guy Radio Show, everybody, live coming to you from Glendale, Arizona, suburb of the capital of Phoenix. Thank you so much for joining us once again, trying to get back into rhythm, folks, because that's just what we do.
Yep.
Janet Jackson, Rhythm Nation. That's what we, okay. Shut up.
So, boys, with so many kids being at home during this pandemic, and now being at home for school, and homeschooling will definitely come up in the conversation today, because I'm telling you, I brought my files with me, and my file cabinet is marked, if I ain't bitching, I ain't breathing.
Ooh.
So get ready to take a dip into that file a little bit later on in the show, boys. But D-Tay, this particularly popped up and made me think of you.
Okay.
What was it, your Johnson?
Yes and no. So this popped up and made me think of Daniel D-Tay Taylor. Now, this is a real commercial. And D-Tay, to give a little background to this, D-Tay, you and I, and somewhat Doug, we all share an affinity for macaroni and cheese. Would you not say that we all love mac and cheese?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like some mac.
I enjoy some occasional mac.
Have you ever, and I will admit this, that even I, the Instagram chef himself, has had macaroni and cheese out of a box made by the company of Kraft Mac and Cheese. I will admit that I have had box mac and cheese. Would you admit that you have done the same?
I'll not only admit that, I'll admit that I like that Kraft macaroni and cheese, especially the ones with the long noodles.
One probably says that you may have a box or two in your kitchen right now.
I do. I give them to my babies.
Yeah, okay. D-Tay?
I mean, I eaten Blue Box before.
Yeah, the blue box. I like the blue box. Well, with so many companies coming up with ways to reinvent themselves, Kraft Macaroni and Cheese has put themselves in that same mindset. I play this for you.
It's morning. The sun is shining. The birds are chirping. Your kids are... So start their day with a bowl of Kraft mac and cheese for breakfast. It's the same mac they love, but 100% more breakfastier. Because you 100% need a break. Kraft macaroni and cheese for breakfast. For the win-win.
Kraft
For the win-win.
macaroni and cheese for breakfast.
First of all, there are so many different things wrong with that commercial. I'm gonna go ahead and say one. You need a break is a horrible tagline when I have to prepare mac and cheese when I could have just put 2 Pop-Tarts in the toaster oven.
Right, macaroni and cheese out of the box is not necessarily easy. That's water,
It's
that's
not.
milk, that's measuring, that's powder flying
Exactly.
up, orange dust all on the walls.
Yeah,
Measuring.
It is measuring. It asks for like a. I'm not even gonna say anything because you're gonna be like, of course you would know the exact measurements for.
I
how
mean,
much
you
butter.
can eyeball Kraft mac and
Can't
cheese.
eyeball
don't.
that.
Okay, so first of all, you got to boil 4 quarts of water, or 4 cups of water. I'm sorry, 4 cups of water, and then the one for the box. Then you're gonna put in. I want to say it's like 2/4 tablespoon of butter or margarine. Then you got to put in 1/3 of a cup of milk.
Milk.
And then once that's what you use to go ahead and get the all cheesy sauce and everything all done. So I'm just saying, you're measuring, you're boiling water. Everyone knows, unless you have like a high-tech oven, a stove, your water's going to take a while to boil.
7 minutes on average.
So that's 7 minutes. When you could have easily, in 3 minutes, put down a bowl, some sorrel, and some milk.
But Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Or tossed in some Eggos, and it has been 2 minutes for them mugs to pop right up. I'm just saying,
Y'all doing
this
it wrong.
breakfast mac and cheese is a lose-lose.
My mac and cheese up there, I peel it back, I pour the water, I stir, I microwave for 45 seconds, I dump the cheese in, stir it up, just as good.
Okay, those
So
are
you got
those
the
little
cups. Those are the
individual
cups.
cup servings
Yeah.
that
the
everybody's
whole
talking
box.
about. We're talking about the blue box where Kraft has actually put the word breakfast on the front of their blue box.
Oh, so this isn't like a cereal mac and cheese?
No, this is literally mac and cheese, and all they've done is put the word breakfast on.
Because when you think about it, the macaroni's already a little hard. So if you pour milk over the noodles, it's kind of like cereal.
No.
See, I was thinking like mac and cheese. I was thinking.
I forgot to
got
turn my
together.
light on.
Go ahead.
Your connection
show
is
going.
your connection is
Don't
really-
say pour.
Your connection is really bad, DT. I'm sorry, you're having a connection issue. You keep going in and out. Probably
Well,
not something
I'm-
you're doing purposely. It's just probably your internet
Yeah,
connection.
I'm literally hardwired in.
Yeah,
That's running.
I know. You're connected fine. It's probably just the timing where
I would talk crap and tell them to stop streaming, but I'm seeing the score, so.
I think I'm just gonna go home.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Did I snitch? DA69 to 6'9".
Do you feel that Kraft macaroni and cheese is a breakfast dish?
Isn't anything a breakfast dish if you eat it at breakfast? I've had pork chops and mashed potatoes for breakfast. I've
I've had
had
that
turkey
too.
sandwiches for breakfast.
Breakfast. I've had burgers for breakfast.
Yeah.
I've had meatloaf for breakfast. I mean, anything is breakfast as long. When I go to a fancy restaurant, if I don't eat my food that night, 9 times out of 10, I wake up the next. If I don't eat it right when I get back home, because I'm notorious for that. Like I'll get a to-go box, get home, be like I'm hungry again, and just finish it. But if I don't finish it right when I get home, then I will wake up and eat that first thing in the morning.
Who wants constipation for breakfast? We're talking cheese and noodles here.
Corey, what are noodles made out of?
Egg and flour.
What are pancakes made out of?
Egg and flour.
Oh, so I mean, isn't it all the same? Isn't everything breakfast?
You're missing the constipation. Doesn't come from the egg and flour. It comes from the powdered cheese. Which, by the way, I don't know how many cows you've come across, but the cows that I know don't give out powder.
I've only met you, and yeah, you've never given me powder.
I mean, I met DA's grandma. She's 195, and her breast milk get out powder.
Talking about my grandmama.
Other than me and DA's grandma's boobies, other cows that you see in California, in the green, luscious grasslands of California when they're not on fire.
You could have said California. That would have been funny.
California.
That is funny.
Just say it.
Those
class.
cows don't,
California.
those cows don't give out powder. Macaroni and cheese, I don't know how you can market it as a breakfast. It's not easy. It's not convenient. It's not fast.
Okay, but you guys are making the emphasis on the blue box. Like, don't emphasize the blue.
Advertising is the blue box, DA. I know they've got other products, but the blue box is the only thing that's in question right now.
Okay, so I mean, here's the thing. It takes longer to make waffles. It takes longer to make pancakes. Hell, it even takes longer to make bacon.
Not Eggo waffles. That's a minute and a half in the toaster.
Yeah,
syrup, butter, out the dough.
And I'm gonna go ahead and stop you right there, DA, because the breakfasts that you're naming, pancakes, waffles, and those are weekend breakfasts. No family I know of has ever made those. And if they do, mom is hold up, stop right there. Mom is waking up at freaking 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning to start cooking. And those are old school families.
Yeah.
Those new school families right now, mom got a job. She got to be in the office at 8:30, so she got to be out the house at 6:45.
Even though the office is only in the garage, she still got to be in there at 8:45.
Every white movie I've watched, the mom is hooking up a big old breakfast with the dad running late to work. He grabs 2 strawberries and leaves 37 pancakes.
He grabs 2 what?
2
strawberries.
2 strawberries.
No, you did not say strawberries. You said strawberries.
No, I said strawberries.
You ethnic Negro. You said strawberries.
No, turn your mixer and mix your mixer. Okay, I said strawberry. He grabs 2 strawberries and runs out the house after pecking his wife.
Turn your mixer and mix your mixer.
Yeah,
you
makes
said
sense.
Strawberries.
Well, not only did you say strawberries, but you said 2 other very important keywords. First one, movie. Second one, white.
Third one, who's playing a video game? Where is that noise coming from? I'm already thinking I'm having a stroke. Now I'm hearing a video game or something playing.
Do you smell burnt toast? Because it could be at breakfast.
That's the end of the show.
I know. Let's go home.
I'm ready. The macaroni and cheese to me doesn't say breakfast.
Wait,
but I think I find it interesting that
are they still calling it the macaroni and cheese, or did they change the name to breakfaroni cheese?
It's not breakfaroni. They literally say on the blue box detail, Kraft macaroni and cheese breakfast. This is literally not anything more than them just putting the word breakfast on the front of the blue box. That's it.
Okay, so one of my favorite meals from McDonald's, and sorry to jump into fast food. I know how you hate talking about food, Corey.
Yeah, I hate it.
Was the Southern style chicken sandwich. I forgot what it was called. I think it was just called Southern style chicken sandwich.
The Southern style McChicken sandwich.
You remember that?
No, I made that up.
So they discontinued it. However, now they have another chicken sandwich. And guess what it is?
What that is?
It's the McChicken. It's the spicy McChicken. And guess what? They offer it for breakfast. You know what they did?
What?
They stuffed it in between a biscuit. And that makes it a breakfast sandwich.
Right. They changed it. They altered it. Kraft mac and cheese, they've done nothing but put the word breakfast on the front of the box.
So they changed it.
They changed one word. What you just described with McDonald's is that they literally changed the composition of the meal itself by adding an item that people associate with breakfast.
Have you had a biscuit? Have you had a biscuit for dinner?
I've had a biscuit for dinner. I've had a biscuit for lunch. I've had a biscuit for appetizer. I've had a biscuit for breakfast. Hell, I'm having a biscuit right now. If I just regurgitate a little bit, I have a biscuit all day. However, if I add it to chicken and I'm McDonald's, and I serve it for breakfast, that makes more sense than me just taking a biscuit and writing the word dinner on the top of it and sitting it out at 5 o'clock in the evening, which is literally what Kraft has done.
Well, I just looked this up right now, and I just found out that Eggo is now pushing their new dinner waffles.
Fat Guy Radio Show.
Hi, children. My name is Homie D. Clown.
Hi. So let me explain to you what's happening right now. So the show is going on. We've started the show, or we might be in commercial right now, but because we've been fighting a lot with YouTube and Vimeo and our other video streaming services, what we've done is we've taken out all of the cool elements like the intro, the bed music, the commercial breaks, and all that other stuff. So while all that is happening right now, you're seeing this, and it's not the ideal way we want to bring you the show, but it's the best workaround to keep the peace between us and YouTube and Vimeo, even though, we are a broadcast entity and they don't recognize that. But I'm so tired of fighting with them about our music and the fact that we have an agreement to allow us to play certain songs and they don't honor that and But anyway, and they threaten to sue. Anyway, so we've taken all that out. So you're hearing this, or you're seeing this, and it may get cut off at any time because when we start talking, that's the part YouTube and Vimeo and the other streaming services will allow us to give you. So once we start talking, I'll just go away and then I'll be back when we go.
Reblaze.
I like how he says the buffet.
I know.
I wasn't gonna talk. I don't know if that's family.
That is family. That's my boy, the White Knights little guy Riley, and he knows he said it wrong, but that's just how Riley talks. I love that.
Actually, it is called a buffet.
True.
There's a bunch of different pronunciation. A lot of people go with the English term buffet, but in other countries it's buffet.
Buffet. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, live from Arizona, USA, and broadcasting to 79 countries with over 1 million downloads worldwide, heard by the best fanatics. This is Fat Guy Radio Show, home of Arizona's hot talk radio. Now, boys, I'm going to have to bring the music down a little bit here because today's intros will be done in Limerick. I'm just going to pause that there. Today's intros will be done in Limerick.
Oh, Limerick, my favorite.
Me.
Hold on. What's a limerick?
You don't know what a limerick is? Man, you stupid.
A little rhyme. A little rhyme.
Yep, a strict rhyme with AAA, BBB, AAA.
Oh, crap. All right, it's just going to rhyme then.
See, that's why I was like, are you going limerick? Are we doing legit haikus? Like, if we're doing poetry, you got to get the actual poetry right. But
this is a limku. All right. Without routine normal bathing, this hot guy, he'll have me scathing. With his attitude, he is quirky. From near the Black Sea in Batman Turkey, that's Daniel D.T. Taylor.
What's good?
Eat and drinking, he's not nimble. Poke his ass with a sharp thimble. He eats cereal with a fork. From Bitch Mountain, Essex, New York, that's Doug the D.A. Andrew.
Holla.
And because this one is really good and he's not here, I'm going to read it anyway. Have no fear, he'll hold you dear. Get a little closer, he'll grab your rear. He's not in Nebraska, that's Chicken Alaska. My little brother, DJ Little D.
Yeah, buddy.
That was actually really good.
For a favor, I will pay thee. Bend and stretch, grab this and maybe. Though my hand may grab a gland, I'm Corey Blaze in Crapstone, England. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
I like that.
Thank you.
Gland in England, I'll pass.
And you don't
I'll
worry
pass
about
it.
that, DA. I'm working hard over here, bruh.
Me too.
Fat Guy Radio Show is the interactive show. Comment on any of our various live streams or tweet us your comments to @Fat Guy Radio Show. You're also welcome to slide into our DMs. Lube up first. Search Fat Guy Radio Show on all popular social media. We even read and respond to your comments after the show. And today's show is brought to you by our swag merch store. Online now at FatGuyRadioShow.com/store. Some people can't get it through their head that the pandemic isn't over just because they're over it. But what you can get over their heads, and yours, is a t-shirt from our online shop, appropriately named the Fat Guy Radio Show Swag Store. You've seen the ads, you've heard about it on the show. Now is the time to pause doing so much for other people, including your kids, and do something for yourself. Grab a funny t-shirt designed by your favorite internet radio personalities and strut. Why? Because Sherman, one thing you want to remember is you got to strut. Shop now at FatGuyRadioShow.com/store or click the swag merch store banner on our website. Our swag store is also available under our show description. Shop now online, the Fat Guy Radio Show swag merch store. Editor's note, according to Little D, for every piece of swag purchased, another TikTok account is deleted.
Hey.
See Kim Jong-un for details. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. All right, welcome to the show, everyone, everywhere. You got a party. All right, welcome to the show.
So the craziest thing I've seen for breakfast, by the way, it was the day after Thanksgiving. My dad had a chitlin sandwich.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I would go ahead and classify that as the craziest thing for breakfast.
That's the weirdest thing I've seen.
I think the weirdest thing I've ever had for breakfast, I don't know. I don't think
It would probably be nothing.
I don't think I've ever had a weird thing for breakfast.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, no, you not eating would be the weirdest thing you've had for breakfast.
That's how you know it's funny, because you got to him.
It's not
Mad.
funny at all.
He mad. He big mad.
I ain't
Oh,
big
he was
mad.
big mad before the show. He's not big mad at that.
I'm having a Big Mac after the show. All right, I have a joke for you boys. A lot of prepared comedy for today's show. DA, this one made me think of DT.
What makes you think of me?
Debt, poor people, angry black men, Rumpelstiltskin,
Angry black men?
Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah, 'cause you are one.
Oh, and Rihanna.
Hey, who's Rumpelstiltskin?
Look it up. Here's a joke for you boys.
Yes, sir.
A man and a woman were giving each other the silent treatment after a falling out. The man then needed his wife to do what she has always done, wake him up on time so he can make an early flight. So instead of breaking the silent treatment, subsequently admitting his defeat, he decided to write a note that read, "Wake me up at 5 a.m. for my flight." And he left the note where his wife would see it. Then the man went to sleep. He woke up, looked at the clock, and it was 9 a.m. Furious, the man went to the spot where he left the note to see if his wife had read it. In the place of his note was another note from his wife that read, "It's 5 a.m. Wake up." Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I stole that from
That was a good one.
I stole that from a pastor. Pastor Michael.
It sounded like a safe church joke.
Pastor Michael Maiden did that joke to open up his sermon on Sunday, and I thought I'd bring it to the show. Well, boys, you want to go if I ain't bitching, I ain't breathing, or do you want to go into the grab bag of Corey's COVID show and tell?
Let's go with
I like the COVID show and tell.
COVID
Yeah.
show and tell. Well, DA, you thought the germ key.
Is that what is on your neck?
Yes, I've turned
So
the
wait,
germ
wait,
key
you're wearing
into
something
bling.
that's full of germs on your shirt,
Nope.
close to your face.
Wrong. You debt consolidation patient just waiting to happen. This is my third germ key that I decided to buy for the purposes of bling, baby. Germ key bling.
This is why black people will never get ahead. I don't even need it. I'm just gonna put it on my neck.
I got my brass germ key gold plated.
I wanted to sport my germ key. This is my support for the germ key. Now, the funny thing is that I looked up the germ key and its corporation and who makes it. This is pretty much all they do. They have no social media. They barely have a website, and their website consists of one thing and one thing only: ordering the germ key.
And they probably rich.
That's it. I don't even know who or what they are or where the company is. I know they're American made, but this is all that they do. And what I think it is, because of the way it's presented online, I think that the germ key is like a product of another company that isn't known for, or that isn't in the business of making things like the germ key. They just invented it, patented it, and sold it. So it's probably like an engineering firm or something like that. You know what I mean? Companies do that every once in a while because there's no history to the germ key. There's no other products that are offered by the germ key. And the company that makes this isn't even called germ key. They're called something else.
Well, who wants to buy a germ key by germ key?
But I'm still sporting my third germ key as bling.
Where's your second one?
On the key, on my car key fob.
Where's your first one?
In the car.
You have obsessive compulsive, whatever that is,
Yeah.
OCD.
Yeah. Are we new? Are you new? Did you just meet?
Yeah, I know, right? This is your first show.
Well, after we take this break, bruh, my OCD gets another arsenal in my fight against the coronavirus. And we'll talk about it, ladies and gentlemen, right here on FatGuyRadioShow.com right after this.
Fat Guy Radio Show.
Just when you thought it was safe to turn the volume up again, Corey and the guys are back with more.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. I love Target. Oh my gosh, I really do love Target, folks. Target has been the number one store that I will say that is an online retailer that has been, for at least for in my area, stocked up on the most things that we lost when the pandemic hit. I'm talking about paper towels in the form of Bounty, Lysol disinfectant wipes. They have those on stock, and I look at them all. I go to fatguyradioshow.com/Target, and then as soon as I type it into my browser on my Magic Vagina phone, it pops open my Target app, and boom, bam, I can see if they're in stock, what aisle they're on. I can mask up, go right into the store, go right to where they are, and I'm in and out in under 5. That's what I love so much about shopping at Target. Target has been the retailer that has been the most in stock when it comes to items that I need when trying to maintain my OCD. So, folks, do all your Target shopping through our Target link on our website or through fatguyradioshow.com/Target. Target, expect more, pay less. So I feel like I should have the Rocky theme music playing behind me, but we don't want to get in a fight with our streamers. But DA, as I continue to build up the arsenal against the coronavirus, I have now acquired 2 additional items that I have brought in to share with you.
Oh, I can't wait to crack on you.
Now, one of these items actually came in a set of 6. But I only have one. Detail. Do you know what it is? Because you know me too well.
Oh, I don't know. I was gonna say, ooh, if it came in a set of 6, can I get one?
Ooh, no. Okay, DA, my first one. This one is taking technology to a whole nother level.
This better not be a stylus.
Nope, it's not a stylus.
I don't even have to touch my phone.
It is, ladies and gentlemen, a safe and healthy disinfecting UV light.
You got 6 of those?
No, this one only came in 1, and this is as seen on TV. Kills viruses in just seconds. Powerful UV light, lab tested technology, portable, folds down, works on any surface. Kills viruses, E. coli, germs, mold, bacteria, and more. Chemical free, enhanced hygiene, and great for travel. And DA, I have it here for you.
So So I don't believe that's a thing.
What do you mean this ain't a thing?
So UV light can just straight up kill viruses.
Yes.
Why don't they just drop UV light in us and kill all the viruses? then?
Because UV light is not supposed to be used. They tell you right when you open up the package, don't use this on skin. Because when I got this, the first thing that came to my mind is that DA can now come back into the studio. But then it said don't use on skin, especially people named DA. So now that's why they can't put the UV on there. Now, people challenge this technology, and it's really cool. You just open it up, and then there's a little light in there, and they tell you not to look into the light, so I'm not going to turn it on. DT, you close your eyes. All right, DA, you look at the light.
If you haven't noticed, DT hasn't had eyes in the last 3 minutes.
So you take this little thing here, and you take like your cell phone or whatever, and you hold it 1 to 2 inches off, and you're wah, wah. And then DA, when you're doing it, it tells you 10 seconds. And it beeps. Let's see if I can get to beep. See.
While you're waiting for that to beep,
Is it beeping yet?
The compressor's taking it out. It beeps every 10 seconds because it says it recommends certain 10 to 20 seconds on certain surfaces. Like hard, non-porous surfaces, 10 seconds. Porous surfaces, 20 seconds. As I can
Porous circuses?
Poor circuses.
The porous circuses.
The porous-
That's where they got
The
they
ones
got
DA go to.
Brumbo.
Yeah. What are the rich circuses? What do they got? Unicorns?
They've got UV light to protect you from any viruses that may come out of elephant poop. But DA, you're not slamming me on this, so you must buy off. You must buy into this technology.
I was just gonna say, Daddy always taught me there's a sucker born every day. What else you got?
Well, okay, so here's my thing, Corey.
Yes, thank you,
here's my thing. Because
Yes.
you said it says on the box not to use the UV light on the skin. Does it
Yeah.
really say that on the box?
It says it on the instructions here. Let me see, where does it say it at?
But
It says danger. Always direct UV light away from the eyes and skin. Direct prolonged exposure of eyes or skin to the UV light can cause serious skin burns and eye inflammation, meaning that your eyes can get all swole up.
Okay, because
That's what it said.
I get you.
Okay.
Because once you started throwing out facts about the UV light, I started looking up UV, and to DA's point, they actually do use ultraviolet lights in some treatment for eczema and other diseases.
Genius.
Also, I believe the tanning lights are UV lights.
Yeah, DA, when I go and get my tan, them lights under there be looking like this one.
Yeah,
When you
so
get a tan?
Yeah.
Because he's white, right?
No, he black as hell.
Use a lie and a half if you ever.
Anyways, so you bought something that a Clorox wipe does.
Yeah, but now I can carry this anyway. Look, DA, you can use it on, and it says it right here on the back. You can use it on your mask. You can use it on your kids' toys. You can use it in your vehicular. You can use it on electronics. I was UVing the hell out the studio when I got in here today. You can use it on your knob.
Which one?
Doorknob.
I'm just saying, first of all, using it on your mask, it may kill the bacteria, but it ain't gonna kill the bad breath.
No. No.
So that's why you got to use it on your tongue.
You can't put it on skin, DA. Look,
That's not skin; it's an organ. It's
I'm a
different. It didn't nowhere.
Yeah, it's an organ.
It didn't say, "Yo, you can put this on organs." It said, "Don't put that on your skin. Don't put that on your eyes."
What does
The
this
tongue
have
is
to
not the
do with
skin.
the Catholic Church? They don't need this on the organ there.
And
You don't know how many angels be playing them kids while we got some diseases.
It says it on the box too. Not effective on angels.
Oh, so now I guarantee you it probably says on there too. Not affected on Big Macs.
No, no. I used it today when I ordered Panda Express, and the Panda Express came in, and I took all the packaging out. And I laid it. I sprawled it all out on my countertop.
He UV'd his noodles.
And then I UV'd my noodle.
I just got the greatest visual of you using a UV light in public. When they hand the card to you, you're gonna say, "Hold it," and you're gonna wipe it over the UV light over the car.
Yeah,
but
because
the
it's
thing
portable.
is-
It's portable.
But the thing is about that is it's taking 10 seconds each for it to beep, right? That 10 seconds let you
Yeah.
know that it's done a clean sweep of it and it's all good.
Yeah.
So if you're cleaning it over back and forth for 10 seconds, like you're actually holding up process.
That's okay.
Because-
I'm safe in holding up your process.
Yeah,
and in the long haul, by me being extra safe, I'm going to be saving someone else, like I do as I wear my mask.
Okay, but the thing is you would have been even safer by using your germ key or a little reach and grab and got the card back on the reach and grab and then just put that in your thing. By the time you get home, you ready to go ahead and use the UV light in there. And then boom, you ain't hold up no progress. You still kept everyone safe, and you got your car extra clean. I'm just saying.
No, I hear what you're saying, and here's the thing: I don't think this is something that I'm going to utilize in a public sector. Like, I'm not going to use this when they hand me my credit card back from the drive-through window. I will use it after I get my credit card in my car. And then I want to sterilize it. I will use it when I get into my car and I want to clean the steering wheel, even though I'm the only one that's driving it. I'll use it around the house to do doorknobs and stuff like that. But I wouldn't use this out in public. I definitely use it here. Definitely use it here in the studio over all the electronics, even though I've been the only one that's been touching them. But I keep them clean. And then, me, I'm still nervous, even though I'm like the only person that comes here. The cleaning people don't even come in here anymore. I'm the only one that comes in here now, and the cleaning people not coming in here was my ask. I clean it. I take out all the trash. I touch the doorknobs. It's just another thing. Now I think this is just another step in the continued building of my arsenal of defense against the virus.
Okay. Proposition.
Oh, okay.
We may need to cut this, okay? So, time. A contraceptive device that beams UV light up the uterus.
Ooh.
Hear me out now.
No, I don't want to.
So after you get done doing what you need to do, you sit on it. Maybe the girl didn't get all of hers, so maybe it can vibrate or something.
Okay, so
And
you
then-
want a UV sexual enhancement apparatus?
Yo, okay, it's gonna kill everything that just got skeeted up in it.
Oh, why do you have to
Hey,
use the word skeet?
I got the perfect name for it.
Oh, I can't wait.
God, what?
The iron gland.
Ooh! Ooh!
That's fire.
Because he's going to shoot that light in.
That's fire.
The iron gland. Okay, I don't know.
Watch somebody steal that, and I'm gonna be pissed. Patent pending.
How are you gonna be sitting there and be like, oh, wrong button, and you're gonna be like, hey baby, that was a good time, man. Whew, just to make sure that there ain't no surprises down the line, how about I give you a little bit of this iron gland? No, that's gonna ruin the mood. Here, honey, let me put this UV light up your yoo-hoo.
But the thing is you can go ahead and it like, I get what he's saying. Like, you use this in conjunction with your regular tools, because that way, right after you have the option to just press the button and boom, you can also call it the A-, because it's not quite Plan B yet.
Oh, you know what? I hate the fact that was
A-.
really cool. I hate the fact that was really cool.
At first, I thought you said egg minus, like sucking out the eggs, but A- is
DA,
cool.
you're disgusting. So DA, my disinfected UV light, I'm all in on this.
I would rather use a wet wipe, but okay.
It's the same thing, bro.
Okay, so let's say you use your phone on the toilet.
I always use my phone on the toilet.
Okay, so I'm glad you said that. So have you ever wiped and smudged a little on your screen?
No, because
That's
I'm
fine,
an
not all of
adult.
us do.
I'm an
So-
adult, you disgusting son of a bitch.
So
Who touches their phone when they got poo-poo fingers? No one has. Adults don't have poo-poo fingers, DA. That's kid stuff, man.
okay, but this is follow me.
No, I don't want to follow you with your poo-poo fingers.
So, after you get the poop on the screen, are you gonna run your little UV light over it?
No,
All the germs are killed.
No, I'm never gonna
All the germs are killed.
I'm never gonna get poop on my screen, DA.
How do you know that?
Because I don't stick my fingers up my ass after I'm done pinching.
I was gonna say, you better throw a disclaimer after when you don't stick fingers up your ass, Corey.
You are disgusting. You know what? Just when I think your disgusting levels couldn't get any higher, DA, who goes, oh, shoot. I almost said something. Oh, shoot, that's a poop. Let me hold my phone. No one does that. No one does that, DA.
But you didn't answer the question. Would you rather have your little UV illuminator? And I stole that from AK-47. Or would you rather have a Clorox wipe?
I would rather not get poopy finger, but I would rather have a Clorox wipe.
Thank you.
Even when I do, before I even have my UV illuminator, even before, if I took my phone in the bathroom, which was quite often, when I came out of the bathroom before washing my hands, I would wipe my phone down. Because there's even little dookie droplets in the sky.
Look, I just don't trust lights.
Dookie droplets in the sky.
Okay, well, DA, if you don't trust my UV lighting,
Yeah, what else you got?
maybe you'll trust. Now this is expensive. This next thing I'm about to show you is the most expensive thing that I've purchased up to this point. And this came 6. I got 6 of these. This is the most expensive thing that I purchased, and it's been all over Facebook, all over Instagram. The ads have been everywhere, and I bit, and I went ahead and took the hit on these, but these have been everywhere. The Clarifon Ionic Air Purifier.
Oh God!
What?
I got some snake oil, Corey.
Ionic Fresh technology, ultra quiet technology, energy efficient, no filters or upkeep. And basically what these do is that the Clarifion helps keep your home fresh using ion technology. Air ionizers create negative ions using electricity that sticks to positively charged particles such as dust, pet dander, allergens, smoke, and bacteria. The positive particles are then bonded to the negative ions and are neutralized, creating a fresher living space for you and your family. And these came in a set of 6. You can get them in a set of 6, you can get them in a set of 3, you can get them in 6, and you can get them in 10. I decided to go down the middle and get it in 6. And DA, this is what the box looks like. And I'll hold up the actual item because I brought one to the studio because I want fresher air here in the studio. And there the actual unit is. And when you plug it in, it has a little blue night light type thing that illuminates from the back that you can kind of turn on and off. But that is the Clarifion Ionizer Air Purifier. And it even kills bacteria and viruses in the air. And what is a virus, DA? The coronavirus. So this is cleaning and scrubbing the air in my home. At the Casa Lot Blaze, every room except my son's has a Clarifion air purifier in it. The only reason why my son's room doesn't have one in it because he's not in there. But it's one in every room. Now, what's so cool is that, DT, you would love these because at night when all the lights are off and I'm alone, all you see are these blue beams of light just shooting out everywhere. Because I got 2 in the great room downstairs, 1 in the kitchen, 1 up in my room, 1 in the hallway, and then 1 I brought here to the studio.
See, I don't like that.
Why?
I am not a fan of lights when I'm sleeping.
Oh, it's very, very dim. It's very. You remember how the lights look on top of the cameras in the studio, the little blue lights? That's literally what it is. They're very, very little. But with no light, you can definitely notice them.
Yeah, well, like the little lights that blink on my modem and everything, keep me up at night. So I had to turn it away from me.
There's also a switch here on the side where you can turn the blue light off.
Okay, I would have to do that.
Yeah, you can
I'm
turn the
looking
blue
at it.
light
I
off.
just looked it up. It looks like you can get it for in a 1-pack too.
Yeah, you can get a single.
For
You can-
$42.
I told you these
know.
are the most expensive things I bought, and I
How
bought
much was a
pack of.
6-pack?
I bought a pack of 6.
How much was that?
So you weren't fat and furloughed. You were fat and drug dealing.
Hey, you don't worry about that. I've been turning tricks at the QT. You know what I mean? Me and Lady K got some business dealings going on, and AK-47. Your portion is due, girl.
Hey, big boy, you want to purify your air? Hop on in.
I've been watching AK-47's little kids, so she can go to the club.
I was gonna say, finish that sentence. I've been watching her little kids.
I was gonna say, come on, man, it's too early for Netflix.
But DA, it's the Clarifion Ion Air Purifier. Do you see how much they cost?
Yeah, I did. One for 42. I can do some math,
So do 42 times 6, and that's what I dropped on 6 of these bitches.
dude. And I get paid pennies.
And I am okay with it because you know what? Literally, I'm not even lying. And this is I'm not a paid spokesman, but please get this back to the Clarifion people. I will tell you this right now. 4 days after installing these in my house, I can literally feel a difference.
Placebo.
Placebo? How?
Placebo, because you're saying, oh, I paid all this money for this thing that's supposed to do
No.
something. So your mind is tricking you. The mind is powerful.
It's literally doing it, man. It feels the air in my home feels crisper. It does. It
So
honestly
this-
does.
This is how you'll go ahead and test the placebo effect on it.
Okay.
All right. So what you do is you let's take your son's room,
Okay.
for instance, right? You put one in his room. When he comes home, if he's like, "Yo, my room feels different," like the air feels crisper, or you plug it into a room with someone who has been there already without it, so they know how the air feels without it, and then you just randomly plug it in later without them knowing, like when they go to the bathroom.
It
plug
doesn't
in.
work that fast.
No, I'm just-
It took a couple of days for me to start to sense a difference. Now, DT, you knew what my house normally felt like and what the air normally felt like.
I would guess
Yeah.
like grease and
But
foam.
Regret,
Yeah,
grease,
Like
grease and regret,
It's sweaty ass.
and despair.
and grease,
There was-
regret, despair. Hey, don't forget loneliness.
Oh yeah, that's given.
We can't forget McDonald's. that was a total feeling the whole time.
Loneliness was the base of everything.
Yeah, I swear I saw Gromus. I'm just
Well,
saying.
we won't be able to run this test on my son because he's not coming in back into the house anytime soon.
Hey, so the commercial that you're gonna play, is it from 2030 saying if you've bought Clarifion, you have been exposed to crazy ions that have sucked you dry.
That are-
You may be entitled to a class action lawsuit.
that are linked to anal cancer and negative ion teeth pulling.
And the positive ions were jamming you with no Vaseline.
The positive ions just sucked out all my COVID, but they replaced it with some carcinoma. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a quick break right here. On the other side of this, we're going into the files of If I Ain't Bitching, I Ain't Breathing, right here on FatGuyRadioShow.com. We'll be right back.
Sometimes we're funny, sometimes we suck.
You're listening to Fat Guy Radio Show.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Fat Guy Radio Show. You know what? When I'm not using my UV light and I'm not using my Clarifion air purifier, another defense against viruses and bacteria in my house have been air filters. And I get my air filters from Home Depot through the Home Depot banner on FatGuyRadioShow.com or directly through FatGuyRadioShow.com/Home Depot. What I love about it is that they give you every option on how you can pick up your order or have it delivered for free. You can have it delivered directly to your door. I decided at my last Home Depot order where I ordered new air filters for my home, air filters that are designed to detect and get rid of viruses and bacteria and dust and mold spores. I ordered them through the Home Depot banner on FatGuyRadioShow.com. Select pickup in store. When I got the text message that my order was ready, it gave me the option to drive up and they bring the items out to my car, just like they do at another proud partner of Fat Guy Radio Show. It was so easy. I pulled up into the spot number, hit the link, put in the spot, told them the make and model of my car, and before you know it, quicker than I had time to put my mask on, a Home Depot associate in the orange smock was bringing my items out to my car. I reached down, I popped my trunk, she slid them right in, and I was off to the races. I love it. So air filters are a big thing right now, especially here in Arizona with so much dust, haboobs. We had haboobs come through. I think we got another one tonight, so that's a pair of haboobies.
Nice.
That did come through Arizona. All of that dust and stuff, folks, gets into your house through little cracks of your window, opening of your door. Get some air filters from Home Depot. You can also get air purifiers at Home Depot as well. No matter what you need from Home Depot, always start at FatGuyRadioShow.com/Home Depot. And welcome back to the show. Whoa, whoa, whoa. For those of you that are just joining us on live stream, I'm your host, Corey Blaze. That Afro-puffed, light-skinned fella there is Daniel D.T. Taylor.
What's good?
And that dude down there trying to do research on the Clarifion ionized air purifier is Doug, the D.A. Andrew, rocking the FGRS It's a Podcast Thing shirt out of the Fat Guy Radio Show swag merch store. What's up, D.A.?
Hey, holla.
All right, so, D.A., you think which one of my items do you think I did good on?
Neither. Next.
I ain't done, man.
I know you're not done. That's what I'm saying. What else you got?
All this new technology that's coming out, bro, I'm embracing it. And you know that UV light is as seen on TV because if you remember, a few shows ago, I mentioned the fact that I'd be up late at night ordering stuff off the Home Shopping Network.
Yeah, because black people have one of the biggest GDPs in the world.
What is GDP?
GDP, God's property, fool. Kurt Franklin sings.
Are you with me?
Oh yeah, we at the church ain't going nowhere.
GP, are you with me?
Oh yeah, we at the church ain't going nowhere. Stomp. Stomp.
All the brothers say.
Stomp.
Stomp. On her mama's throat.
Stomp.
Up my booty there.
Stomp.
Stomp.
Tell me
On
man,
that
come
bitch's
up
neck.
and sing.
Stomp.
Yeah. So GDP is
Gross domestic product.
so I was ordering this off. I ordered this off of as seen on TV. I ordered something else too that ain't came yet, and I think I may have gotten robbed. I ordered one of them automatic mops.
Oh, is it the one with the robot vacuum too?
No, with the two little spinny thingies on it. It's called the floor police.
The floor police.
And it's got these two little spinny pads on it.
They should have called it floor play.
DA, you something else. You something.
You a hater. I already see you looking for some hating
You
shit.
just something else. Oh, you just so my face. You're so funny. Oh, DA.
You gave me a rim shot?
Go kill yourself. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, from the files, if I ain't bitching, I ain't breathing. Actually, DA, I don't think any of us fit into this category. Little D would be the only one that does.
I thought you were going to say we can't fit into something else, but I was going to make a fat joke, but you went somewhere else.
Parents bitching that their kids don't like online school. Now, boys, let me get this out first, and then you can tear it apart and please give me your piece.
Okay.
The school district down in southeast Arizona has been all over the news.
What is that district?
Like Coombs something district. They got a elementary school, Coombs, COOM.
I was like, damn, Corey. You asshole.
See, mama just said them coons better get off our.
No, DA, I did not say that.
Mama said we got coons. They always getting in the trash.
I think it's the J.O. Coombs School District. J.O. Combs School District.
It's the Comey.
Yeah, it's the J.O. Combs School District. Yeah, J.O. Combs School District down in Santan Valley, Arizona.
That sounds hood.
Okay, so they basically have been in the news
J.O. Coombs.
this past week and prior because a third of their staff called out sick, not feeling safe with the coronavirus because they reopened all their schools with in-person learning. And they were supposed to open up on Monday, but all the teachers did a sick out, and then some of the kids did a protest in support of teachers that wanted to come. So it's been crazy. So they were on the news, and there was this one mother that they interviewed, and she was complaining about the fact that she doesn't like her child having to be behind a computer all day to go to school. Then the interview cut to a J.O. Combs high school student that said he finds it very uncomfortable to have to be in front of a computer all day when he wants to be in class going to school. Then they jumped to another high school student, and he echoed the exact same thing. So here's my argument, boys, or here's my bitch.
All right.
We know why some of these teachers are afraid to go back into these schools. One, because they don't feel safe. Two, because they don't feel that the school has prepared enough for them to safely navigate a school day. Tolleson, a school in Tolleson, Arizona, opened up on Monday or last week, and they've already closed down and quarantined everybody because 4 or 5 students and teachers got sick. So they've already shut down that school. So this makes no sense to me that these parents and these kids are bitching about having to go to online school because they don't want to be on a computer all day. Here is my question. Isn't a video game machine just another form of a computer?
Yes.
And if parents are worried that their kids are staring at screens all day, unless you still live in the 1980s, ain't every TV in your home a computer screen in some way, shape, or form?
Yes.
Okay, so the computer and video games are okay to be your babysitter, but essentially what these parents and these kids are saying now is that the computer can't be their educator.
Essentially.
And that's what doesn't make any sense to me, that they're bitching and complaining. It almost seems like what I'm doing right now. They're just bitching and complaining to be bitching and complaining. And when you got a kid, someone under the age of 18, that have no responsibility, still living at home with their parents, I don't think kids have an option of not liking something when they're still a kid. You can't, just because you don't like asparagus doesn't mean that mommy's going to stop making it. You were still a kid. You're still developing things that you like and things that you don't like. When I was a kid, if I looked up at my parents and I said I didn't like something, I would sit there until I decided to start liking it.
Yeah.
This comes down to the fact that we just got punk ass kids now. So I don't get this whole thing is that I don't want to have my kid in front of a computer all day going to school, and the kids don't want to be in front of a computer all day going to school, when I don't understand how that's not different other than the timeline. How that's not any different from playing video games, YouTubing, TikToking, Instagramming. Your screen time is equally the same. The only difference is that there's going to be a teacher on the other side of the screen instead of one of those other social media. That's my argument. So I bring it to you, boys. What are your thoughts? DT, you seem to have something very adamant about that a few minutes ago.
I do, because right now you are breaking it down to like the basic. Yeah, you're breaking it down to the basic, and then you're generalizing everyone. So there are some families that go ahead and let their kids do everything with the games and all that, but there are some families that are very strict on that and don't want their kids on the games all the day or watching TV all the day. And then to your other point about not liking, I had a friend who I would go to his house, and they'll be like, "Hey, Daniel, what do you want for dinner?" I'm like, "Whatever you guys are making." They were like, "Well, what do you want?" Because the way they cook dinner for their family was every kid didn't like the same stuff, so they made 4 different meals, which I thought was super crazy, and they weren't even white. But so I'm saying like
that was a fortunate situation.
So, but I'm just saying kids are allowed to voice their dislikes, and parents are getting to that age now, are coming to this new progressive age where they're listening to their kids, because sometimes kids really don't like stuff. And that's just because their taste buds at that time don't like it. Even though it may be good for them, they can get those same calcium, them same proteins and nutrients from other stuff that they actually do like.
With that being said, I hated Thanksgiving until I was like 12.
Yeah, but back to your whole thing about being in the screen. There are certain things that are done in learning that are better done in person than on a screen. When you're on a screen and you have that one disruptive kid, everyone's now paying attention to him. In the class, you can ignore that kid, and that kid just off to the side. It's very hard to ignore that kid when he's in your freaking face that whole time, and he's in front of everybody's faces making those things. There are a lot of non-verbal cues that you get in the classroom. Teachers standing in a certain way. Teachers doing certain things with their hands and stuff. Or like the body language. Like you don't get the whole full body language when you're on the screen. So there's a lot of stuff in the classroom that is done. Me being able to walk over and silently tell a kid, "Hey, I need you to calm down right now," is totally lost on a Zoom call. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can send him the message privately, but is he really going to read it? No. So I'm just saying the whole screen time thing is a valiant. You were trying to make a valiant point, but there's a lot of things lost on in-person learning. In-person learning it would be more acceptable and the optimal way of learning. However, in this trying time, yes, we are looking for those video calls, but I do understand where parents are saying they don't want their kids in front of screens. And to say, "Oh, well, you let them play video games," I find that highly just like trying to like sweep it under the rug. But the thing is also playing a video game and sitting there for 8 hours to learn is something totally different.
So they should be able to adapt to it. It's a temporary discomfort. But you can't sit there and say the reason why you want to force a school to open is because you don't want your kid in front of a computer screen, when you know damn well that most likely that kid is playing video games, TikToking, and YouTubing, which is the same damn thing. Now, everything you said about in-person learning, DT, I completely, fully agree with that. Yes, there are aspects of in-person learning that will be very challenging to duplicate on a virtual learning platform. But I cannot wrap my mind around the fact that they are upset that they don't want their kids in front of a computer screen when the kid is already in front of a computer screen.
But now you are generalizing and assuming that all these kids are in front of computer screens.
Like some parents limit their screen time to like an hour a day.
Yeah, and
so you can't get a whole
I would.
Some parents, hold on. Some parents don't even have the means to get their kids to those to have all that stuff in the front of them. You're talking about the top 1% of those parents that don't care. They let their kids do all this stuff. You're generalizing across the board.
I don't think it's top 1%.
Hold on.
I think
it's the same people who are generalizing.
1%.
It's the same people who are generalizing and said, let's do this online learning with those kids who don't even have computers at home.
It's the top 1% of parents that aren't complaining. You can't tell me that these people, that there ain't a majority
that's the top
parents
1%
out
of
there
society
that allow their kids to play video games. When you look at the statistics, DT, 9 out of 10 kids have some sort of electronic entertainment in their home. 9 out of 10 kids. That's only one out of 10 that doesn't.
But you're also saying, what you're saying is these parents don't have control of their kids, because you're saying that the moment they hit home from school, they're on their computers, they're on their phones, they're on their video games until they go back to school, and that's why you're literally saying the time
they sleep
frame.
In between.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that in the summer months that just passed, DT, the summer months that just passed. The 3 months that they were out of school, you don't think that they were playing video games?
Like
you don't know, Corey. You
no.
Can't,
I will say this though.
9 out of 10 kids
if I can get some, if I could say every kid I know is living on a phone or a Wii
screen
or a screen, some type of screen.
Computer.
And my friends, a lot of my friends have kids. And what I know from what I've seen is they're trying to do, because a lot of them aren't even working, and because they're not working, they're trying to do stuff to keep their family together and be outside so they're not cooped up from this quarantine. So that's what I'm saying.
They're the top 1%.
They're definitely not top 1%.
They're the top 1% in this scenario. They are.
What I'm saying,
are they bitching about their kids being in front of class?
Yes, they don't want that either. A lot of my friends who are educators also want to be in the classroom if it's safe. So all I'm saying, Corey, is I get what you're saying about the whole TV and everything, but you can't do that and generalize that across, because there are some cases where they're like, yeah, you let these kids do all this stuff.
Of course,
but at the same time,
are some outliers. Yes, I will agree with you that they're outliers.
But your whole point was you can't use having screen time as an excuse to want to put kids back in school. Why not?
It's a damn good angle, though. It's a damn good angle, because the majority the majority of kids are addicted to their screens. They're on TikTok.
Okay,
they're on Instagram.
So what's the difference then if there's just an educator there instead of Instagram or TikTok?
So the thing is okay, if we're afraid of the kids being on the TikTok and everything, how do we curb that? How about opening the schools where we can regulate their screen time,
or put school on TikTok?
Jesus Christ, DT, I agree with what you're saying, and you are right. There are outliers of people and parents out there that don't have their kids behind computer screens for the majority of their time. But statistics have proven that 9 out of 10 families have some sort of an electronic entertainment device in their home. So if you take that small portion of people and then you take another portion of those individuals that are bitching and complaining about their kid being in front of a computer screen, the argument just doesn't work. Their kids are already in front of some type of an electronic device.
I see both.
So we're going to put them in front of more devices, is what you're saying.
No, they should be comfortable with being behind a device now that there's just an educator on it versus an entertainment aspect.
Okay, but
that's the only difference.
But the thing is, so now we have to regulate the screen time throughout the whole day. Instead of me being as an adult saying, okay, I'm regulating your screen time after school.
Oh, you're saying
now I got to regulate your screen.
Well, you have to parent? You have to parent? Oh, okay, God, no, don't parent.
Okay, but I'm working from home, and I also got to regulate school, which is virtual at home.
Yes.
So you're telling me I got to work and make money for my family, as well as parent and teach and make sure the kid is doing what he's doing in school. So I gotta be tutor, parent, teacher while working.
You're literally naming a parent.
All at the same all at the exact same time throughout the day.
Yes.
When have anyone has ever? When has your parents ever done that? When have you, have a parent, ever done that where you had to be the parent teacher and still work at your numbers job?
In March, when my kid was sent home from ASU and had to do homeschool, and I had to build out an entire workspace for him, get him a computer so that he could do it, increase my own home technology, all while maintaining my day job. DT, everything you just said is a temporary discomfort of being a parent.
Okay, but now let's break it down, because a lot of these families. Average kid in the family is what, 2 to 3, right?
And so now I have a colleague that's going through it.
Okay, so now you got to do that for 2 to 3. Let's say these 2 to 3 year olds, or these 2 to 3 kids are in, let's say, average range. Let's go 1st grade to 5th grade.
Yeah.
All right. So you got like first of a 3rd grader and a 5th grader.
Yeah.
So now you got to regulate all that on top, making sure they're signed in on time, making sure they're all in a area where they're learning, and then checking in on them periodically while still working your numbers job.
Yes. That's called parenting.
It's called parenting, but it's a parenting that no parent ever had to do until now.
Right. So you adjust and adapt and you make it happen. Because DT, I work with these. I'm not saying it's not a lot.
It's a lot.
It definitely is.
So but the thing is because it's so much, why not? Why are you getting mad when parents are like, hey, we would like some help. Can we get these in-school things? Who cares about what their argument is? Who cares about that? The main thing is they want. I'm all for safety. I'm all for safety. And if there is a way to safely bring these kids back. It don't sound
like you're all for safety because your argument is to get them into school when we clearly haven't hit the benchmarks to get them back in school.
No, that's not what my argument is. My argument was all about your screen time and your generalization. I'm all for safety, and once we get a thing to safely bring these kids back into school, I'm all for that. I understand it's a tough time.
Yeah, me too.
But
get them back in there.
But the thing is your whole thing is you're railing them about their arguments on why. I was just coming at you about like, why not? Why not? And then I'm bringing up the other arguments of them having to be tutors while doing their numbers job and all that, which is something that's unprecedented they never had to do before. So that's not called. So you can't say that's parenting. It is parenting when they have to help them with their homework. That is parenting when you have to be the teacher after your numbers job, when you come home and you're doing that. It is not parenting when you have to work from home. You're in the middle of a Zoom meeting with your colleagues and your boss and your supervisor, and you got to say, "I'm sorry, sir, I have to go check in on my child who's in school right now."
Anything that has to do with your child that you have to do, DT, and you will definitely figure this out, baby boy. You will do things that will make yourself so damn uncomfortable and tired and crazy for your child. And yes, you are correct. In these times, it is unprecedented that you have a parent working from home and 2 or 3 kids working from home too. I can't tell you how many times I've called my colleague to help her out because she's going crazy, and I call her on her phone, and all I hear is
well. So thank you, because
you
just proved my point.
But it's called parenting, though.
You just proved my point.
You have to do it.
Exactly. You just proved my point. You said you would do things that will make you uncomfortable, make you look crazy, and all this for your child.
Right.
Hence, come up with the argument that I don't want them to have screen time because I need them in school. That is called parenting. Boom.
I mean, yes and
no. If your kids are saying, hold on, listen. If your kid, you're not even letting me make my point. You're cutting me off. If your kids are saying, "Hey, mom, I really want to go to school. I don't want to be in front of the screen and everything. I really miss my friends. I want to go in." As a parent, you're not going to try your hardest to get this back in. I'm just saying, I understand. Probably not you, but. Like if your school district said, "Oh, hey, we're going to have this in school learning," because this is the people you're talking about, right? The people who literally had a school that said in school learning starting this day, and then these teachers like, "Well, we're not doing it," so they staged a sick out, and then they had a protest. So we're not talking about the schools that said, "Hey, we have a systematic way to go into it." We already had a school who had a date. We already had a school that had a date, and the teacher didn't uphold this date, which is also a breach of contract. I get it; they wanted their safety and everything, but the parents in that district are fighting to have this in-school thing that was already promised to them. So they're going and they're trying to be the parents and fight for their kids, saying, "Hey, you guys promised this service. You guys asked for this. or you guys told us that we were going to have this. So we are just here protesting and fighting to get our kids in school because this is what they're asking for. This is what you agreed to and what you promised us. How do we get this to happen?
If they went to the school and their counter argument was that you said we were going to have in school on this day and that's what we want, I could understand that. But DT, some of these parents stood in front of the news cameras and said, I don't like my kid in front of a computer screen learning and going to school, which made me bring up my thought of what difference is that than when your kid is most likely playing video games. There's no difference other than one is entertainment and one is education. That's my whole argument.
And I dig that. I dig that too.
Because
you dig everything, dear.
You digging your ass if we gave you a moment.
You've been on the fence this whole time, bro. You've been a good point. But that makes a good point too. Hey, but you know what? You're right though.
You're right,
but
Corey.
DT,
No, you're
but
right.
DT.
You slap him.
You're right.
Nah,
you're
forget
right,
that dude.
DT. Who's yelling louder now? I'm on their side.
And well, actually, because y'all were both passionate, and I stayed back. But here's the thing: in the grand scheme of things, both of you are correct. There are parents that want their there are parents that want their kids in school. There are kids that want to be in school.
Yes.
But there's also parents that feel like, look, I don't want my kid to be in front of a screen all day because here's another thing. They're going to be on the screen on the computer and then they're going to want to chill out and play video games. If you take their video games away from them, then they're going to start getting depressed. And there's other little factors within it. And then you have also parents that are pushing that narrative because they don't like the mask situation anyway.
Yeah,
the majority
of parents
people
that were bitching about, and those parents that were on the news
probably not wearing masks.
Holy crap! What just hit this building?
So with that being said, they're probably using that as another just a good point of saying, send these kids back. We need to get back in the swing of things.
And then also the other thing, there's another caveat. There's with this online learning.
Yeah.
Some of these curriculums aren't even that great because it's like you have all these links and the teachers are saying, hey, go to this link, do this assignment and everything. My nephew is literally off of his computer because he's able to do his assignment in less than 5 minutes. He's off of his computer until the next scheduled session for 2 hours. 2 full hours of nothing to do. If his mom's not giving him books to read or little coloring assignments or anything else that she needs to do to keep him occupied, the school's like, well, you did our little online.
And how old's the kid?
He's in 1st grade. So I can only imagine what these like older kids are doing.
It's a horrible situation all the way across the board. But at the end of the day, it boils down to safety. My colleague, I will mention her again. My colleague is losing her mother effing mind. She's got a 2nd grader and she's got a 4th grader and she's got a high school student all in her house right now. And on top of this, she's almost like little D, not technology inept. So now she struggles with, my numbers job is a technical job. Now that I'm unfurloughed, a technical job. She has the technical job, and she knows how to do her job well. But when it comes to regular everyday things like, mommy, my Zoom froze up, that adds a level of stress on her. But you know what?
I'm confused, Corey. You said something that like really confused me. I got the whole gist of what you're saying, but you said she's not technology inept?
Yeah, I didn't want to say what you're about to ask, though, because I don't want to hurt her feelings and I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, but you literally said
careful.
She's not technology inept, which means she inept says having or showing no skills and is clumsy. So if she's not technology inept, that means she knows how to use technology.
So basically, you used a double negative, which in math would have made it positive.
Okay, you're right.
So that's what confused me. I was like,
yeah, okay. I thought you were about to do something else because I thought you were about to weigh up how she's not able to do it, yet our jobs are technically.
I was just that's what I was like.
Well, that would have been you throwing her under
but
the
I
bus.
didn't want to do that.
So basically, you're saying she's not technologically. Oh, I can't even say that word.
She's not technologically inclined.
She's not she's not totally comfortable with technology of getting up multiple computers and tablets for their children at the same time. You know, I've had to walk her through a lot of things that were outside of what our job duties are to kind of help her get all of her children set up to do online school. I understand that. And I understand, DT, what you're saying. I do. I just don't, I cannot quantify, and I will stand on this, I can't quantify parents bitching out of school because they don't want their kid to be on a computer learning. But then yet their kid is on the computer playing.
Did they say they just didn't want them on the computer learning, or they don't want them on the computer all day?
Look, everybody's not Amish. and don't have, like, the majority of kids got a phone and they on it all day. They're doing TikToks and they're playing.
So all they got to do now is just take some of that time and allocate it to being with an educator. That's the whole point. And them bitching about it is ridiculous. And I'm not even going to get into the whole fact that we have state-funded school systems defying state-mandated qualifiers for safety that are not being enforced by the state, but the focus of the state is public health and safety, by which is also the department that provided the qualifiers to the state after they requested it, then implemented it for the state-funded school systems to only defy. I'll just put that up. I won't mention that.
That was a mic drop.
Yeah. We're not.
Oh my God, we're at the end of the show.
Y'all rooms were going back and forth for about 25 minutes.
We missed a break. We missed break 4.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, Afterburn, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, it happens like that, I guess. Hey, at least it was our commercial. You know what I mean? We got Target and Home Depot, right?
What do you mean? That's our commercial.
It is our commercial. I will say this. Y'all get a little extra show. DT, that's some good destruction. That's some good conversation. Oh, I love when we have good conversation like that. Ooh, come touch this.
Yeah. See, you stimulated his body now because you stimulated his mind.
You
first.
effed me in the brain real good. I need to smoke a cigarette after this. No, matter of fact, DT, that was so good. I need to smoke a turkey. I want to say this,
I was
going to
say you're going to smoke a hot dog.
All of our Afterburn subscribers, I want to say thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. This is our Afterburn commercial. The reason why is because I know that over the last 4 months has been very difficult for people, and our Afterburn subscribers have actually stayed with us. We have not had any subscription cancellations throughout this entire pandemic. And you know what? I noticed that, and I want you all to know that I recognize that. And I truly, on behalf of all the guys, I truly, truly honor that, because if anything, entertainment subscriptions are the one thing that probably would have went to the wayside during all this, especially with so many people suffering financially. So to our Afterburn subscribers, thank you guys so much for sticking with us and making the sacrifice to continue your subscriptions throughout this whole pandemic. That is huge to me and huge to all the guys and everybody on Fat Guy Radio Show. So thank you. If you want to be one of those people, you can sign up now at fatguyradioshow.com/afterburn. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to have to blaze through this one. My apologies to Justin Bieber. Shop the swag store. Send us a letter, comment, or question to our email. Send us a gift to our P.O. Box. We're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Do that. Tell everybody you know about the show. That's Daniel D.T. Taylor.
What's good?
Doug the D.A. Andrew.
Holla.
My little brother, DJ Lil D. We can't, you know what? That's why we need more subscribers. We had to fire Little D because we couldn't afford him no more. So if you want Little D back, subscribe.
And if you don't want him back, subscribe and sign my petition.
Yeah, subscribe.
If you want them dead, don't subscribe.
Why so serious?
You've got to strut. Skinny people, fat people already know they're fat. Oh, by the way, I've been Corey Blaze.
Holla.
Good night.
Hello.